Is Drake really suicidal? Word on the streets is that Drizzy Drake is indeed suicidal. See, adversity reveals the real you, and through this rap beef with Kendrick Lamar, we're seeing parts of Drake that we never knew existed. Here's the thing, Drake seems to be afraid, uncertain, and very defensive, which differs from his normal confident swagger that we're used to seeing and hearing in his music. Find out why Drake might really want to end it all.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 45 minutes.
You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
You got knocked the fuck out! What's happening?
Drake's entire world appears to be shaken up ever since he co-signed on the rap beef with Kendrick Lamar. Now on Thursday, this is what got everybody worried because Drake posted some on social media, and this is why everybody believes that Drake is indeed suicidal. Now, a couple questions. Is this rap beef thing really taking a bigger toll on Drake than we first realized, right? Another question. How much pressure is Drake truly under? How is Drake's mental health? See, so quickly are we always ready to judge someone else, and we don't realize that some people really needs help. See, just because he's rich doesn't mean anything. Becoming rich just makes you a rich, whatever you started out with the first time. So if you had low self-esteem, now you're just rich with low self-esteem. If you were ignorant, now you're just rich and ignorant. So the wealth, the riches only brings out the true defined core of who you really are to your being. So maybe this who Drake really is. Now the final question is Drake truly suicidal? Because listen, if this man is truly suicidal, then the heck with all this rap beef and Kendrick Lamar and Drake looking soft and like a punk. Nobody cares. His life is more valuable than all those other things, and his life should take precedent over any rap beef or anything else that's going on. Now, the post that Drake put up on social media that had everybody worrying is from a new Netflix series called A Man in Full, rather. Not a full man, A Man in Full is the true title of this series. Now, in the series, the main character goes on a rant, expressing his deepest thoughts and feelings as he dies on the floor. So this was bizarre to many people. Like, why is Drake referencing this man dying, referencing a man that fell from graces and trying to get his swagger back? Is this truly how Drake feels about himself? The basis of the new Netflix series is about a stellar real estate guru trying to get back on top of the real estate game. But that wasn't it. Along with posting a clip about the new series, Drake also captioned, "I don't mean this as a criticism, or maybe I do, but when you die, will people notice?" When someone is suicidal, one thing they do, a lot of signs of it, but isolation is one. Giving away a lot of things is another thing. Little interest in things that used to interest you, and disparaging remarks about yourself and about the world in general. See, we see Drake selling off a lot of his investments. We hear Drake making some of these disparaging remarks. This is why people think that Drake may indeed be on suicide watch, or at least he may be having some suicidal ideations. When I go, there are going to be a lot of memories of me by a lot of people, many who hate me. Even so, a person needs to live with vigor. Otherwise, what's the point? Now, in dissecting this caption by Drake, I do agree with the last statement, that people should live with vigor. Otherwise, what's the point? I truly believe in that, and I live by that. I don't have bad days. I bring the energy each and every day. As long as God gives it to me, I'm bringing it to the show. So, I personally agree with that. His last point, I agree with. But the other parts are a little questionable. The other parts, I don't quite understand what Drake is doing or what he's meaning by some of these other points. For instance, Drake appears to be reflecting on some harsh realities, and maybe it's him feeling and facing his morality for the first time, his mortality rather, for the first time. And that can be very scary to people when they first started realizing, like, wait, hold up, I am not immortal, I can die. And maybe this is Drake first time feeling and facing his mortality. So, or maybe this is Drake indirectly crying out for help. See, we get so caught up and enamored with the rap beef and how interesting it is and how enjoyable it could be as long as they stay within bounds and keep the main thing, the creativity and all those things. But what we don't consider sometimes is what the actual artist or the person may be going through that leads them to say these things. Now, fans express some uncertainty whether Drake is simply being dramatic or if the drama is getting the best of Drake. And this is why people are concerned. Is Drake truly suicidal? Now, I'm sure we all can agree that Drake has been enduring a lot since he took on this rap beef. So first, and then again, the rap beef has kind of declined. There hasn't been any new tracks released in days. However, a few days ago, there was a drive-by shooting at Drake's mansion in Toronto that left one of his security staff injured, shot in the chest, and is now in serious condition. The very next day, a deranged trespasser tried to enter Drake's grounds, tried to go on Drake's ground and enter into his home, saying he was here to see Drake as if he had a personal invite. Well, that beat down he took, he won't be coming back probably, and they held him until the authorities came. And then Drake also put his Cali home up for sale just sporadically, all out of the blue. So again, there's a lot of erratic things and behavior that's being done and things like that. And a lot of people are looking external, but somebody needs to talk to Drake. Someone close to Drake that really cares, is not just interested in his money, should really assess his mental health and where he's at. And if Drake is not willing to seek help, maybe they should seek help for Drake. Because like I always say, adversity doesn't make you act out of character.
No.
Adversity puts your true character on display. So maybe because Drake is experiencing this adversity, this is really who Drake is. A very sensitive and very kind of, anti-confrontational type dude that, can get in his feelings really easily because his music didn't lend us to believe that he was this way. However, adversity doesn't make you act out of character. Adversity puts your true character on display. So one can only suggest that this is who Drake really is, acting with this adversity on his doorstep. This is who Drake really is, which is okay. Be who you are, live your truth. Words, thoughts, and actions align with your truth. Don't care about what nobody else think about your decisions because you're the one that got to deal with the repercussions of your decisions anyway, not them. But Drake, if you're truly suicidal, then hopefully someone close to you will help you get help and you can keep the main thing. And next time, don't allow your pride or your ego to pull you out of alignment with who you truly are and have you feeling some kind of way and possibly suicidal. Again, we're all praying and pulling for you, Drake. Hopefully you're praying and pulling for you as well, putting yourself in the best possible position for success. Now, to all of you, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to keep it coming. So you be great. And more importantly, be blessed.